My name is Jordan Shepard from Oklahoma, and I proudly represent the Newcastle FCCLA chapter. Today, I'm going to tell you about the winter snowball that I planned and executed. Through planning this event, my planning process was a huge help. My main goal was that the underclassmen had expressed a need for a formal or some type of dance, semi-formal even, to get dressed up similar to prom but not as extravagant. They wanted an opportunity to get dressed up and have fun the same way that the 11th and 12th graders had. I will plan, research, and propose a themed semi-formal school dance including entertainment and refreshments for at least 150 students to be held on December 14th, 2019 while staying within the $1,000 budget. Myself and my advisor, Ms. Duncan, planned this dance. It was called the Winter Snowball. It happened in the Newcastle High School gym on December 14th, 2019. My why was to plan and execute a winter semi-formal for the students of Newcastle High School, and my budget was $1,000. Using the skills that I learned in FCS class, I will plan, research, and propose a themed semi-formal school dance with a budget of $1,000. The follow-up of this event has been twofold. Personally, I have learned how to take charge, be calm under pressure, and to think outside the box with creativity. The snowball ultimately gave students the opportunity, aside from prom, to get dressed up and to go to a school dance. I hope that the snowball will be a continued tradition through Newcastle High School. Here's my event volunteering experience. I have volunteered through many school organizations, including FFA, FCCLA, BPA, and National Honor Society. Here is our proposal. Our client needs were to establish a location for the dance, set a theme with coordinating decorations, create a menu, create a poster for advertisement, ticket sales, and chaperone signups. Our planning services were included but not limited to meeting all the client needs as listed above, obtaining quotas as needed for specific services and supplies, staying on site for the duration of the dance, maintaining a constant communication throughout the planning process, vendor recommendations, coordination of vendors on the day of event, and maintaining the budget throughout the whole planning process. We had three objectives throughout this planning process: sell at least 150 student tickets to the snowball, stay within the $1,000 budget, and acquire a minimum of 10 event personnel to assist. In our evaluation, we ended up selling 282 tickets. We stayed under budget by spending $989, and we ended up having 14 volunteers throughout the night. Our available dates were mainly in November and December because we wanted to stay within the first school semester of the year. That way it wasn't in the same semester as prom. We wanted it to have a winter theme. We wanted to make sure that it was on a Saturday evening. That way they didn't have to wake up for school the next day. And due to the fact that basketball is also using the gym, we wanted to make sure that it was before winter break. We also needed to make sure that we had available chaperones and we had an available DJ. Our first option was November 30th. The gym was available, but 4 other school activities were planned for that day. Our second option was December 7th. It's not the week before finals. That way they didn't have to worry about taking finals or studying for finals. The cons were that basketball was in the gym all week and the DJ was unavailable. Option 3 was December 14th, which was the one we ended up going with. The gym was available and the DJ was available, and we could get the most chaperones on that day. The cons were that the ACT is that morning, and it's also the week before finals. Our fourth option was December 21st, sorry. The pros were that it was after finals, students would have more time to find outfits. The cons were that many families leave for winter break. For our venue, we had two options. Our priorities were that it was free, available on our desired date. It had restrooms, kitchen prep area for refreshments, large enough to hold more than 150 guests, a dance floor, available parking close by, and available to decorate several days prior to the event. Our first option was the Newcastle Public Schools Administration Building Auditorium, and our second option was the Newcastle High School Gym. For the Newcastle High School Public Administration Building Auditorium, our pros were that it was free, available on the desired date. It had guest restrooms, kitchen prep area. It was the pretty option. And it also had a built-in stage and PA system, which would have been a huge help. But we had a couple cons throughout it. It was very small. It only holds 150 guests. The carpet would be hard to dance on. We can't decorate until the day of. Not enough parking close by. And the storm shelter was in another building. The Newcastle High School Gym, which is the venue we ended up going with, our pros were that it was free. It was available on our desired date. It had plenty of guest restrooms, a kitchen area for prep, larger accommodations for more people, separate foyer for refreshments and tables, lots of parking close by, and the storm shelter were available in the locker rooms. Our cons was that it was very large and hard to decorate the entire space, and we couldn't decorate until one day prior. Our decisions were based upon the following: our usable space, our dance floor, the restrooms, parking. We had over 100 parking spots close by. The flooring was tile, so it was easier to clean up and easier to dance on. Here's the layout of the gym. And as you can see, we have parking along the front and along the side. Our event personnel chart. Our event sponsor was Miss Duncan. Event planner was myself, Jordan Shepard. We had parent volunteers, student volunteers, faculty volunteers, and vendors. Our parent volunteers were mainly in charge of decorations, putting up decorations, stringing lights from the ceiling, getting on ladders are high risk. Our students were helping with planning, student surveys and polls regarding decorations and refreshments. Our chaperones were faculty and staff sign up to chaperone the snowball in hour-long increments. Our DJ provided the music and MC services. Our health and public safety qualification. Here is our plan. So basically, if anything were to happen, it would be reported to our school administration, and then it would go to law enforcement. They would file a police report, so on and so forth. Here's that stated out in fine detail. Our planning timeline detailed. Our targeted attendance was 9th and 10th graders, mainly because they were the ones expressing the need for some type of formal or semi-formal. Our projected attendance goal was 150 students. There are approximately 300 students in grades 9 and 10, and so we divided that in half. For recruitment, we advertised through our Newcastle BPA broadcasting. We also made signs. They made signs for us. And we also advertised on multiple social media platforms. Our sponsor was Newcastle FCCLA. Our advertisement was through Newcastle FCCLA, Newcastle FCCLA Catering Company, BPA Broadcasting Crew, and Newcastle High School. Other ways we got the word out was through student polls and weekly announcements. We also had face-to-face interactions, principals' weekly newsletters, announcement, community service hours, and social media requests. Our DJ was Edward Hudson Jr. Newcastle FCCLA Catering Company was our caterers. Guitar City provided our LED laser lights and fog machine. Hobby Lobby, Michaels, Walmart's, Copeland's office supplies, Dollar Tree, Party City, and Amazon all provided our decorations. And Newcastle BPA provided our advertisement. Our activity schedule: 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Doors open, dance starts, and refreshments are available. 10:30 p.m. refreshments except water are cleaned up. 10:55 p.m. DJ calls last dance. 11 p.m. lights on, students are encouraged to leave. Event marketing. A flyer was posted over 6 times on multiple social media platforms. They were also posted throughout the high school on each entrance door. Newcastle SCCLA Facebook and Instagram, Newcastle High School Facebook and Twitter, Newcastle Public Schools Facebook, Newcastle Public Schools Parents and Facebook Instagram, Newcastle Pacer Facebook, which is our local paper, and Newcastle Chamber of Commerce Facebook. For our budget options, we had 3 tiers. We had a $500 tier, a $1,000 tier, and a $1,500 tier. For our decorations on tier A, which is our $500 tier, we only had the use of prom decorations and a few other decorations that we could purchase. Our refreshments were very minimal, and for DJ, we could only have music and LED lights. For tier B, which is our $1,000 budget, we had use of prom decor, and we also had access to lights, large poinsettias, and more decorations. We also had enough for 2 photo booths and paper wall coverings. For our refreshments, we had white themed food. And for DJ, we had the budget for music, MC, LED laser lights, a fog machine, and included a $50 refundable deposit. For tier C, it was the same as tier B, but we also could have included wrapped boxes underneath the Christmas trees, linen tablecloths, and more centerpieces. For refreshments, it was the same as tier B, just more meaty foods and chocolate covered strawberries and chocolate covered Oreos. And then for the DJ, it was the same as tier B. Here are some photos of the dance. Our food. Thank you guys so much. I'm so glad I got the opportunity to present this dance, and I'm so glad that it paid off. Have a good day.